Hello everyone and welcome back for a new Blender Grease Pencil upgrade video. It's time again for a new Blender version packed with exciting changes. Blender 5.1 introduces major new features and material workflow updates, so let's upgrade our knowledge and adapt to the new Blender. Before we start, if you like my Blender themes, you can get one for free or a 6 themes pack for a small fee. It's so cool that it has already been downloaded almost 2000 times. Find the download link in the description below. The Move to Layer menu in Edit mode to move selected strokes to a different layer, keyboard shortcut M, now shows a search option to help find layers quickly. When parenting grease pencil objects to lattices, there's a lattice deform option that now instantly sets up a lattice modifier, letting you deform strokes right away. This is an old feature that was lost when we switched from Grease Pencil 2.0 to Grease Pencil 3.0. Fills now support real holes without relying on holdout materials. This is a huge feature we've awaited for a very long time, and it means that 1. The Fill or Bucket tool can now detect and avoid holes in your shapes. 2. The Trace Image operator and the SVG importer can now create holes, while the SVG and PDF exporters can export fills with holes. 3. You can create or remove holes in edit mode using 2 new operators under the stroke menu. Join fills shortcut Shift+J and separate fills shortcut Alt+P. Join fills will detect intersections between the joined fills and create holes automatically. Curves joined this way are treated as a single curve in stroke selection mode. This is intended to make selection easier. In point select mode, a new select fill operator has been added under the select menu, shortcut Ctrl+L. It allows you to select all the strokes that are part of the same fill, similar to the select linked operator, shortcut L. Just select one point and press Ctrl+L to select the entire fill. Please note, if you duplicate one or more of the joined curves, the duplicated fill will be separate from the original. New materials workflow. Toggling strokes and fills used to be a material setting. If you wanted to add or remove a stroke or fill from a curve, you had to toggle them in the material settings or assign a new material entirely. Now, visibility can be set individually for each curve without touching the material. You can do this either before drawing by changing the tool settings or afterward using operators in edit mode. Know that you can still use material settings to control the display of strokes and fills by setting your color's alpha value to 0. In draw mode, the brush and primitive tools now have a setting to choose stroke, fill, or both. A warning is displayed if you try to draw a fully transparent stroke or fill. In edit mode, a new Set Stroke Type menu has been added to change any curve to stroke only, fill only, or both. You can access it from the right-click menu in the viewport or from the stroke menu. The Delete menu, shortcut X, now has 2 new options to delete only fills or only strokes. This can effectively toggle a stroke or fill off without deleting the underlying curve. New operators have also been added to the Select menu to allow selecting all curves that have strokes or fills. Performance of the brush tool when drawing very long strokes has been improved. This optimization also affects other tools like those in Sculpt mode and can even improve rendering speed. Finally, there are a couple of Python API additions. While their exact technical meaning is beyond me, I understand they make iterating stuff a bit easier, which is always a good thing, I guess. The naughty guys are still doing really naughty stuff to the natives in Palestine and around it, so don't stop speaking up, boycotting, and at least send in your prayers.
Gaza will be remembered as the moment the world looked away. Cuba is the test of whether it learned anything from this. Both situations are terrifyingly similar, and there's little doubt that US actions on Cuba were enabled by the world's lack of concrete response on Gaza. Look, in both cases it's collective punishment, a siege that cuts off essential supplies for an entire people. In both cases, the perpetrator is acutely aware of the consequences of their own actions. Israel's Yoav Gallant, who, as a reminder, is wanted in The Hague, said, "No electricity, no food, no water, no fuel." Here you have a sitting US congresswoman saying no electricity, no food, no medicine, only blackout. The exact same language, almost word for word.